Wanted to take a night shot of the Swft Zip here, all lit up. Nice little front headlight there. Actually does okay. Added a 1200 lumens up front to kind of supplement. Nice LED tail light. And to kind of go over, I guess, some things that whether or not you'd want to buy this versus a Super 73 like an entry level, right? This bike has a few more features. Now, some of the newer ones I've seen, the Super 71s, and you can get different options, I guess, on them. This one here, it comes with 3 levels of pedal assist, has a detachable battery that is not integrated into the seat, and the controller is not integrated into the seat either. Controller's housed down here. Now, it is sealed. Looks like there's a weld in there. If we ever have an issue, I mean, the controllers are cheap enough on these to just, get another one. And it's not a hard deal. You can upgrade the rear wheel too. It comes with a 500 watt continuous 500 watt 750 peak, I believe is what it is on this. And you can upgrade that to 1,000 pretty easy for under $500. It comes with a controller and a new display unit if you wanted to. So far, I mean, there aren't any real huge negatives. The seat is not the most comfortable thing in the world, but as everybody can see, I have 263 miles on this, and we got it a little over 2 weeks ago. So we put some serious miles on this thing, enough that just to get into it, the rear tire is starting to show a little bit of wear. It's not quite as fresh. Still no flats. The slime's doing good for us. Overall, I really like the bike. One of the things I liked about the frame is I went and looked at the Super 73s. This is a heavier frame. It's substantially, it's heavier. So if you wanted to do an upgrade and put bigger stuff on here, you have plenty of room to do that. And I guess you ask yourself, the starting point of this bike here is $1,400, and I paid $100 delivery or shipping or whatever it is. So I'm into it like $1,600 with tax versus $3,100. I just can't see the jump. I mean, you could take this thing for $500 and be better automatically, instantly, than the Super 73 entry level. You could put a 1,000 watt rear motor kit, wheel, everything on here, and still be just about $1,000 ahead than buying a Super 73. The only other components that I really don't like, the Shimano gears, it's a 6-speed. It's okay. I mean, it does okay. I'm probably going to upgrade to a little bit bigger chainring in the front. That's just me personally. The thing I really do not like about this bike is the brakes. The brakes are terrible on this bike. They've never quite functioned right. I took it into my local bike shop, and he goes, yeah, it's just no-name brake set, man. And he recommended a Shimano 6100, I think it is, disc brake setup. And I think it's I wanted to say it was his price to me would be $120. I'm sure I could source it online for less than that. I would say if you're going to buy one of these things, upgrade the brakes. They haven't worn completely through. However, in 250 miles, I've already dialed out my front brakes. I've already had to adjust them out about 2-3 times. I've already had to adjust out my rear stuff down to where, hey, I'm going to be starting to look for pads pretty quick here. Got security over here coming by. Everybody likes to look at this, though. I will say you get a ton of looks on this. People are like, yeah, I drive by it, you're like, sick bike, man. So that's pretty cool. I really like that aspect of it. The other issue is the battery. I mean, it's okay. It's a 10 amp, 48 volt, 10 amp hour battery. To my knowledge, it's not LG cells in there. It says Photo something or other battery company of China on the back side of it. So it's a China battery. I mean, it says 37 miles on the range. If you're in pedal assist 1, I could maybe see that, but you're limited to like 9 miles an hour. My kid's BMX goes faster than that. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, you could theoretically get 37 miles. With pedal assist, the most that I've gotten out of this is 21, I think is the most that we've gotten, and that was on pedal assist 2, not even 3. So I would say no to the advertisement, unless you're, 80 pounds soaking wet, maybe then you would get 37 miles. And then the pure throttle estimates of 20 plus, good luck. I mean, it's definitely not full throttle. It's not even 3/4 throttle. And if you weigh over about 160 pounds, don't bother trying that. I mean, we tried everything. I had my daughter ride this bike. I mean, we can't get more than, I want to say it was 12 and a half miles was the furthest I got. And you could go a touch further. If you guys review my range video on the channel, I kind of did it live there. And that was with me pedaling a good substantial portion, helping the thing out. But overall, it's a great bike. I would buy it again. I mean, you're looking at $3,000 for its competitor. I mean, you're $1,500 ahead. Now pick your upgrades as you want to do them slowly. You'll end up with, by the time you hit the $3,100 total of a Super 73, you're going to be having a bike here that's probably 40 plus miles an hour with about 60 miles of range. I mean, you can upgrade the battery $400 or $500 and you can double the size of your battery right there. Another $500 and you could double, if not, they sell a 1,500 watt wheel kit for this. It's a 20-inch by 4-inch fat tire, and those kits are available readily. So, I mean, you can end up with a bike that is just absolutely murderously fast, totally fun, and probably pop wheelies and leave you on your ass for the same amount of money that you're just rolling out the door. And the Super 73 is not faster than this out of the box. That's not the entry-level one I was looking at. And that's kind of the apples-to-apples comparison here. Some of the parts and components, yeah, it's a little bit cheaper. I will say this, I have a fully functioning front fork that actually works and does a pretty decent job, actually. I've been kind of surprised. It clunks a touch. I mean, it's not your, upper end Fox shock or anything, right? But it's not as cheap as a lot of them I've seen out there. And that part is nice. So the next upgrades are probably just going to be, honestly, a seat or a little motorcycle gel cover seat for the thing. The next upgrade after that is going to be a 1,000-watt rear wheel kit. Just double that. I'm figuring that'll hit me at about 33, 34 miles an hour, which is plenty. And we'll have to upgrade the battery at some point. But 263 miles in under 3 weeks. And can't say that I'm displeased. I would do it again.